Hi
That everyone's just
everyone.
gonna hear us talking about orgies.
Well, now we're live actually.
Now
So,
he's not
Well,
kidding.
good afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day it is. It's orgy chat with the
yes.
vampire crew.
Hi everyone. I am Simon at Wondering DM. Welcome to the channel. We are streaming at a different time today because of things, not because of orgies necessarily, but because of things. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade in our Vampire Nightfall campaign. Before we introduce the rest of the cast, I completely forgot to run the intro. We just went live like bam, like that, like skip the intro completely. Which is just like in an orgy, you skip past the foreplay and just go straight to the fun. Um,
The foreplay is clearly the snack table that the host put all of their effort into getting.
yeah. Yeah. But like, you know the main course is coming, so you're like, why should I snack? Like, I'll leave room for the main course.
Main course,
So
main intercourse.
we are making people laugh and facepalm here today.
This is already a weird energy for this episode.
This is already very weird energy. We'll see what happens. Hey, it's the holidays. By the way, speaking of holidays, if you're looking for a last-minute gift for those you love in a more like loving family and friends relationship, and not just because you met them at 2 p.m. at a random dive bar, you can go on store.magehandpress.com and purchase anything at 15% off if you use code WanderingDM. Mage Hand Press, by the way, are makers of fine D&D paraphernalia, mostly adventures and classes and spells and campaign settings for D&D 5e. You can also, if your family and friends are into coffee, you can get 10% off your purchases of coffee at Found Familiar. I think they ship still in time for Christmas, but I'm not quite sure. Though I am sure that you get free shipping in the US if you order for $50 or more of coffee. And Dice Envy. If you like your dice and you want to give dice to your loved ones at Christmas, if you want to rope them into the RPG world, or if you just want them to start an endless collection of dice, check out the link down below for Dice Envy. They have shiny new dice. We just bought a set today, and they are gorgeous. That said, I will be playing Sid Zimmerman, the Gangrel PI, one half of the Vamp Dads. I have with me a cast of incredible players that I love to roleplay with, and I will start with the other half of the Vamp Dad. Scott, hi, how are you? Who are you playing?
I'm good. How are you? I will be playing the wonderful Alexander Erickson, the other half of the Vamp Dads, our resident Ventru vampire. So yes, let's definitely get to it.
And part of our Vamp family is also our lovely children. The first one of which has a lovely personality, I guess. It's Herschel. Hi, Quentin. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you all enjoyed the intro. It was super fun for me. Yeah, I'm Quentin in real life on the internet and chat, Twitter. I'm at Thragon. And today I'm going to be playing Herschel Akers, the adorable Nosferatu.
And playing his sister, even though she probably doesn't want to be called that, is Alyssa. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Yeah, I'm great after the long orgy chat that we just had. Hope it was as good for you as it was for me. So obviously I am full of weird energy today, and if you need more of my weird energy, I'm at Sanders Hamilton on all the things.
And who are you playing?
I am the good child, Auden St. James, somehow missing, but it's fine.
And to basically rope us all into the story, and potentially today I feel like it will be to also herd us on the right path as we seem to be all over the place, is our storyteller Deirdre. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi, y'all. You know me. I'm at Dirge on Twitter or Prexagorth as as you see me hang out in the Twitch chat. I'm here to kind of wreck people's lives today. But I mean, most of that's the consequences of your own choices. Right, Herschel?
I don't know what you're talking about.
To be fair, we had the orgy first, so
Well, that's true. That may have actually been what happened. A lot of people aren't sure what happened. What we do know what happened is that while Sid had a dinner appointment with one Yaphet Koto at the Oyster Club of Grand Central Station, and apparently Herschel tagged along. Not that he was invited to the first half of the conversation. Well, that led to some interesting revelations about how Yaphet was taking advantage of the various individuals forcing Tremere properties to close and then swooping in to buy them cheap because they were of the appropriate metaphysical occult requirements that Lola Sombra needed. Whether he was doing that for his own pleasure or to support Sabbat plots wasn't really 100% revealed. The decision was made to decamp from the Oyster Bar because conversations were getting a little complicated, and Sid wanted to hold over Yaphet's head that he might be doing business with someone that you really shouldn't be. They, along with Alexander, went to visit Sophia de Varenos, her sister slash friend slash coterie member, Veronique Montbéliard, and Sophia's attachment, lover, other member of their coterie who I guess is a long-standing person in their life, Ignatius. This led to Alexander's revelation that Herschel's love interest is a Giovanni bloodline who is turned by a Tremere. Well, that upset Veronique a bit. Thought that Alexander should maybe have led with that and not kind of buried the lead a little bit. There was an conversation with the Justicar about such information and letting the Justicar know that Franny was in charge, maybe, of the Tremere in the city. Then the Veronique, Sophia, and Ignatius showed what an elder coterie of their power can do when they dominated and forced, well, Veronique dominated and forced Herschel to give her all of the information he had on Franny, then knocked him unconscious, and then proceeded to knock Yaphet Koto unconscious. And considering that Yaphet is supposed to be an elder of the Sabbat, that's a little
Much?
flexing. I think it might have been flexing.
Yeah.
The family returned home, where Auden was supposed to have been quite happy. They discovered a package from Franny for Herschel, along with the packages of Herschel's new computer parts. Herschel attempted to inform Franny that, well, he spilled the beans, as it were. Didn't get a response, but, we'll see what happens. Sid then decided to partake in the present left by one Rebecca Leibowitz of a sort of blood that very obviously wasn't human and very obviously wasn't vitae of vampires or kindred, and had a couple unique effects on him in a very positive manner. He also discovered that there was a bud vase sitting on the kitchen counter with a single red rose with a black ribbon tied around it. A small package of chocolates, some of them had been eaten. A card with Auden's name on it. Chair at the kitchen table knocked over, the back door ajar, and Auden nowhere in the house. But I think we're actually going to pan the camera over to Auden to start with today. Auden, last night was interesting from what you can recall. You saved Rebecca. You escorted her upstairs to help clean her and get her cleaned up. Her hair was green and her skin was starting to flake. Kind of seemed to have been a reaction to the salt water. Didn't really give you a lot of information about it. She then she got out of the shower, you kind of turned around, and all of a sudden there was a giant ball of vines of like ivy and kudzu kind of appeared, maybe about 4 to 5 feet in diameter, in the corner of your room. And you're like, I'm going to sleep upstairs in Alexander's spare room because this is a little weird. This night you arose. Alexander informed you that he was going out to meet Sid and Herschel at their meeting with Yaphet Kodo. And the next thing you recall was a doorbell ring. Daisy informing you that there was a package for you. And then you can't recall anything else until you woke up here and you're very, very sure that this is not your brownstone.
Important question. Do I have my phone?
Does not seem like it. Or at least not like you go to reach for your pockets and you are 100% fully dressed. It doesn't look like anything's been changed. There's a little bit new jewelry, which is a little odd. A new bracelet. As you kind of like go to pat your pockets, you find like a large tennis bracelet of marquee cut yellow diamonds.
Well, someone knows my style, but
but your phone isn't in any of your pockets.
well, this is an outrage that I was not expecting.
I mean, all right.
I would not have left the house without that. So something's wrong here.
Can you roll me a perception alertness? More to just kind of see what you see versus finding things.
Normal difficulty?
Mm-hmm. 2 successes. Looking around, it's a very nice kind of lounge bar. You're quasi-seated in one of like the corner banquettes. There's some nice wood paneling. Not really industrial like you would get in a lot of bars in New York, but sort of a modernist version of like comfort. You see like interwoven wood slats, large picture windows that you can kind of see from where you are, but you can't really, you can make out buildings, but you can't quite make out what they are from where you are. I mean, at a certain point, New York in the dark at a certain height. Well, you can definitely gauge that you're high up because a lot of these buildings are at window height or the tops of the windows. There are a number of chairs and tables, small candles like you get in a bar lounge.
Am I the only person here though?
You seem to be the only person here.
Well, I suppose I can't ask for a drink. Am I kept in this seat anyway, or can I get up?
You can get up. There doesn't seem to be anything restraining you. There is a small one white and one red rose on the table in front of you.
I think I'm gonna walk around the room first. As much as I kind of have a theory to what those roses are, I think I'm gonna go walk around the room and look for any kind of exit or person or
walking around the room,
something.
You realize it's not so much a room as it is a floor, and you find that it's two hallways connecting in a 90-degree angle. So there's a short hallway that you were sitting in, the area you were sitting in, connects to another longer portion that runs the length probably of the building, you would guess. So the front facade of the building. And it's not hard. It's kind of really obvious if you look out these large picture windows that line the entire long section of this bar, which is where the main bar is. You're overlooking Times Square. And it's really obvious that you know that because you can see the ball, which even if it's not New Year's Eve, you can always see where the ball is. It's always lit up, but it's never raised until New Year's Eve. And it's kind of sitting there at the top of what used to be the Times building and is not anymore. It's still called the Times building, but not that. You also see that it is a large terrace outside along the front portion. It's a really nice space. And in fact, you would say that it's probably a really nice area, kind of not a clubbing bar, but definitely someplace people could go and maybe socialize. And there it doesn't seem to be a door, except there are 3 elevators that seem to be locked down.
Of course they are. Can I get out on the terrace?
The door is unlocked.
I'm going to take the roses with me and just go stand on the terrace.
It's a beautiful sight over New York, facing south. How savvy is Auden in directionality?
Probably pretty decent, given the fact that she's pretty good with boats and things like that. So she's definitely better than I in real life am. So she's probably got like a fairly good sense of where things are.
You're almost, well, I mean, you can see Times Square. You know that you're east of Times Square. You're probably looking at where you are in relation to the ball, 45th, 46th Street. It's a little hard to tell from this height. You know that the main terrace is facing south, and that's just easy to determine. And you know that the picture windows where you woke up in that section are facing north. So the main terrace runs east-south, or east-west, excuse me, facing south, where the other hallway runs north-south.
And is there anything on the roses, or is it just the roses?
There are just 2 roses. Both of them have had their thorns removed.
Well,
that doesn't mean anything. That just means that whoever brought them may have bought them at a fine florist in the city.
Yeah, somebody is trying to. And Auden's just gonna kind of say it to nobody. This is a weird way to earn my favor. Girl could use a drink.
As you say that, you hear music start to play.
Well,
a little bit of Frank.
At least Sid's not here, I guess. Well, can I follow over to where the source of the music is, or am I just going to assume it's a speaker somewhere?
It's mostly coming from the speakers in the bar, like in the room. If you spend time looking for it, you might find like like where the waitresses turn the music on behind the bar. but it's coming from the speakers in the ceiling of the room.
I think I'm gonna just go out on the terrace and contemplate escape, which I don't know how Auden specifically would do that, considering she is not particularly an athletic type.
So
I'm just gonna think about what I could possibly do.
all right. So while Auden contemplates how she might get out of here, we're going to pan back to the kitchen at the Brownstone with Sid and Alex, with Herschel coming up from downstairs as people were yelling about Auden missing. I'm assuming Herschel might eventually come up from downstairs. It just to see what's going on.
So Auden's gone, right?
She didn't just stroll out of the house. She was taken. Look, you get any equipment, get whatever you need to find her, and find her, please.
Give me some moments, and I'll set up the computer, and I'll get right on that.
Speed is of most importance. I don't know how long she's been gone.
And she might be in danger.
I probably almost guarantee that.
Does Auden have any enemies?
She has a sire with severe issues.
Boundary issues.
All right, and then I'll shuffle downstairs and try to get the internet hooked up. Then after that, I'll start doing the hack the planet.
Hacking the planet. It's going to take you a little while because last time we saw you, your computer was still in pieces. Even with vampire speed, it's going to take you some time to put it together.
I'd like to text Jessica and see if she knows anything about Auden's sire.
Nathaniel Hawkins.
Yes.
You get a text response going, I hear you talked to the Justicar. That's good.
Reprimand me if you must. I did what I had to do.
Oh no, I'm leaving that to people with much more authority than I do. I'm stepping out of this one, Alex. This is on your head.
Yeah,
You stepped into it. You can clean it off your own shoes. As for Nathaniel Hawkins, he's an ass, and I don't usually associate myself with assholes. But I heard he's in the city.
Yes, he's looking for Auden, and I think he might have found her.
He usually hangs out with the pretentious art crowd. The worst of the pretentious art crowd, if you want to be specific.
I assume everyone has a bad type.
Indeed.
Oh, thank you. I'll have to see what I can find out.
I would recommend speaking to a member of the Toreadors rather than me. Have a good night, Alexander.
You as well. Well, that was a dead end.
Are there any cards or any labels that might have been discarded in the trash for the flowers and the vase?
There's a card with Auden's name on it sitting on the counter. Doesn't look like there's anything in the trash except maybe like the outer wrapping, like the outer ribbon of this box of chocolates. But that's unique. It's a very interesting color, a bright orange and dark red with browns, sort of modernist art aesthetic on it. And there's a name as well.
Oh, what does it say?
It just went away. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. It is Jacques Torres.
Jacques Torres? Torres?
Yep. Comme ça.
Oh, the pastry chef.
Yep.
He probably has a store and or restaurant or something, like at Grand Central Terminal.
Yep.
Alex, stay here with Herschel. I'll hit the street and try to find Auden.
All right. I do have to ask, how do you feel after drinking what Rebecca left us?
Fucking great.
All right.
Yeah, you should definitely try it and or leave it to me.
I'll take your word for it. All right. Call me as soon as you find anything. I'll let you know if Herschel and I have any luck here.
All right. And I will go to Grand Central Terminal, I guess? Or the address that's on the Jacques Torres card.
It's Grand Central Station. There's only one. Well, there are two. There's one in Grand Central, and there's one elsewhere. But the main one is in Grand Central. It's on Lexington Passage, which connects Lexington Avenue and 42nd Street to the main hall of Grand Central Station.
Then that is where I go.
It is a unique portion of Grand Central. Very high-end shops line the passage, but still that domed feel, loud. It's later now, almost 2 o'clock. The last weeknight train is in about 20 minutes, at least the Metro North. The Hudson River line will be going for another half hour. So it's starting to clear out. And the few people that are there are severely drunk or extremely tired. Most of the people taking this late a train home have been partying pretty hard, and it's time to go. But the stores line the passage are all dark and locked at the moment. Stores do close at some times in New York.
Yeah. But he would have bought something from the store.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone in the vicinity?
Just roll me perception alertness, less to gauge, just to see who's there.
For 5 successes.
You see one of the conductors coming out near the front of the passage towards the information booth and the main space of Grand Central. You see a couple janitors sweeping up. You see like 6 or 7 homeless guys.
Okay, there's too many people for me to turn into mist.
I mean, not. There is a corner you could dodge around between towards the Grand Central Market. So Lexington Avenue Passage is a passageway, a long hallway, with shops on either side, and about halfway down it there's a stairwell that leads down to the Grand Central Market. And it's like it's like 3 or 4 steps. The Grand Central Market being a specialty food shops. Best cheese store in Manhattan, just saying. Easy on and out. But, a good place for a lot of people to kind of do. It's also closed now, so you could duck into the stairwell and turn into mist there. There are not people paying attention to you. They don't care.
Yeah, but if they do see me turn into mist, like that's just a violation of the masquerade, which I don't want to have.
And you will know that this is Grand Central Station. After 9/11, the cameras are always on, and there are both cops with dogs, and the United Task Force. So you have a bunch of jarheads in full camo with M16s walking around.
Bullets. Yeah, so I will stealth down in the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
And once hidden from sight, will use a blood point to turn myself into mist.
Can you roll me stealth just to see how good you do?
Yeah, dex and stealth.
Dex and stealth, and remember, you can use your celerity to get extra points on your dex.
Oof, only 3 successes. 3 successes.
But still successes, and that still means that you're silent and you move out of the way. No one's paying you any attention. No one seems to react. And the important thing for you is you do stay out of the pathway of the cameras.
And I will waft my way in the cracks. I assume that like the storefront is closed with like these like movable sort of like walls or
no, they're just glass. They're like mall glass doors.
Mall glass doors. Okay. Yeah, but there's probably a crack to let the air through.
Oh God,
something.
yes. There's cracks. There are even like, and the locks are the big mall locks that you have at the bottom of the door, and they're kind of glorified. They're not. These are easy. This would be easier to get into than like a bodega that's locked up. There's not like glass doors or anything on this. It's literally just.
All right. So I'll sneak my way in.
Mm-hmm.
And once inside, as a mist, I can still use all of my senses, and would turn on the see in the dark eyes.
Which would be useful, yes.
And look for cameras.
There is one camera. It's relatively easy to spot. It's directly over the cash register.
Are there any other cameras?
No, but you would notice. No, Sid would notice this because of his job. You notice that they have a footfall counter. The bane of all retail employees everywhere.
A footfall counter?
A little thing at the bottom of the front door that counts the number of people that walk in and out, so that your horrible, god-awful management team, who aren't actually in the store ever, can compare the number of sales that you've converted versus the number of people that have walked in the door.
Oh, okay.
Because they're assholes.
Well, I don't have to care about that.
Nope.
So
you are not actually setting off the football counter. You're not going to screw these people. Which is why people, from a lovely person as I'm telling you this, If you know you're not going to buy anything in the store this Christmas, don't walk into it. Don't be those people.
Makes sense. I will turn back into myself under the camera.
Cool.
And I don't suppose they look at the cameras live, so...
I mean, you can also see that it's not blinking.
So it's not working?
Nope. It's not on.
It's fake ass shit. I'll still pull my hood over my face. I want to get to the register.
Yep. That's fine.
Actually, not the register. Because if he already paid, they've already counted the cash. They've probably put all the receipts and everything somewhere in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I will head to the back of the shop.
Mm-hmm. Which is a small room, maybe about 10 by 5. You see a very small desk hanging from about off the wall. There's a chair, it's a little metal folding chair. There are a number of papers. You see 3 bags, and then you see a safe.
What's in the bag?
Nothing. They're empty.
Empty
Deposit
Ziploc
bags.
bags? Like, okay.
No, they're deposit bags,
Okay, deposit bags. But they're all empty.
but they're all empty.
Okay. But there's a safe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to cracking a safe.
Wit security or dex security, your choice.
I will use Dex security. I forgot my Dex is ungodly now. Dex security.
With and again, you can always
Add celerity because I do it faster.
you can hear the tumblers or whatever.
What's the difficulty?
I'm going to say the difficulty is 7. It's not a hard lock, but it is a difficult lock. Ooh, 3.
3 successes.
It takes you a little bit longer than you would like, and you realize that it's because you're thinking it's a higher grade security system than it is, but it's not really supposed to be that hard or complicated, and the people who work there leave it half unlocked. So you're thinking you have to do all of the tumblers, but the first one is already done for you. So it takes you a little bit extra time. And then you open it. There are the receipts for the night in a sealed bag that are stuck together. All the credit card receipts are in there. You see the count for the night in a deposit bag with an insert for it. You see extra change rolls, quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies.
I'm a fucking millionaire now. I don't need that.
I mean,
I fought half naked for my money, so...
you did fight half naked for your money, and you're getting extra royalties, so there's that.
No, I will take the receipts for tonight, the night. Hopefully he paid with something else than cash. And I don't have a receipt next to me, but don't you see the name of the card holder on the receipt?
Yes.
Or just the card number?
Nope. Card holder, not name. Card holder and signature, not the number. Well, the last 4 digits.
The last
of the
4
number.
digits, yeah. So I'll flip through until I find Nathaniel's name.
You find 3 Nathaniels, and it takes you a little bit to find Nathaniel Hawkins. And you realize that this schmuck is pretentious enough to both sign his name in full calligraphy with what looks like to be a very high-end fountain pen. And he left his number at the bottom of the receipt.
Like his phone number?
Like, call me, and a little heart.
Oh yeah, this guy's a real piece of work.
That bastard.
Well then, Apparently, I have contacts with the cops.
You do. You know multiple cops. You know a werewolf,
Yep, I'm gonna call TB Bear.
or you also know some vampires.
I'm gonna call TB Bear.
Okay. Okay. So you call Tibbs. What Zimmerman?
I need a favor from you.
We owe you one. What?
I need the precise location of a cell phone. I can call that cell phone, or you can call it, and I don't know, do your cop thing to ping it.
Okay, you are aware that I'm a detective and not in forensics, right?
I know, but you must know people. I mean,
Not people that are going to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I work day shift. They work day shift. They won't help me with this one.
okay, well, I could
I mean,
probably.
like, get you on the phone with Reagan. He could do that.
Then get me on the phone with Reagan and go the fuck back to sleep. What are you doing awake at 2 in the morning?
You're an ass and you woke me up. And he hangs up on you. But the phone rings twice. And then Reagan picks up. Danny Reagan, you know, is the borough captain, serves as the as a sheriff's under captain for the borough of Staten Island, but he is also a member of the burglary and homicide squad in Lower Manhattan, based in I think it's the 2-1. I want to say it's the 2-1 precinct. I've been known to be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Reagan?
Zimmerman, why the hell you calling Tibbs at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I missed the sweet voice.
That's more than I needed to know about your relationship. Ever. But
I need a favor from you.
Okay. What?
I haven't been doing Sid's voice all night. I think it's because it's too late and my voice isn't like scratchy enough anymore, but whatever. I need you to ping a cell phone for me.
Okay, that I know a couple people. What are we looking for? Who are we looking for?
Nathaniel Hawkins.
Ain't he that Toreador schmuck?
Reagan's one of us, right?
He's a Bruja.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the Bruja that came to the house to inform you specifically that...
Yes, the challenge. Yeah. Yeah, soon to be ex-Toreador schmuck.
I didn't get a note on that.
Guy took my daughter.
Oh, well, then he's seriously going to be a next Toreador schmuck. All right, then.
Yeah, I've seen Taken twice.
Can I just be on the phone when you tell him that? I want to be on the phone when you tell him that.
Oh, I don't want to call him. I don't want him to know that I'm looking for her.
That's fine. I'll find that. All right, hold on. Give me a couple. Hold on a sec. I have to do a thing. Okay. Hold on. That didn't help. He still rolls like crap, but it takes him a little while, and you're on hold, and you realize that he's kind of like put the cell phone down next to the radio that's playing just flogging Molly and Dropkick Murphys, and you're like, can you be any more stereotypical New York cop? I guess he's embracing it. I don't know. Irishman, New York cop. And he comes back and he says, well, I can't get it 100%, but he's in Midtown, close to Times Square. Might be in either the subway or on one of the buildings. That might be messing me up.
Any fancy places in Times Square where schmuck like him would have taken Auden?
It's Times Square.
Yeah, what's the most presumptuous place in Times Square?
Like I can think of 4: the Marriott Marquis. You got the Hyatt. You got the Sheraton on 51st, but maybe that's a little far north for his taste.
I think I'll start by looking at the penthouses.
Have fun. Call me when you. I'll put some paperwork in to make sure that nobody questions anything.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a call, someone was breathing heavily on the phone or some shit like that.
No, I meant when somebody gets a little upset about you removing a member of the Toreador clan without 100% permission.
Oh, no, don't worry. He's going to live, unfortunately for him.
Oh, well,
He's going to unlive.
have fun with that.
Yep.
And as Reagan hangs up the phone with Sid, and Sid's still inside the Jacques Torres chocolatier in Grand Central Station, we're going to pan back to Auden.
Here I am.
Auden, you have not seen anyone in the last half hour. The
I've-
music is pretty good. It's a
I've definitely
full.
thrown the roses off the balcony though. Just to see what happens.
There isn't a response.
I mean, I've gone pedal by pedal. I am taking my time.
Ooh, and just being totally vindictive about it, right?
Yes, extremely. Like, kind of looking around, like hoping there's a camera and someone just watching me do it, but I'm not expecting anything.
Are you doing it in the same place, or are you walking up and down like various portions of the?
No, I'm staying in one spot.
Okay. Can you roll me perception alertness?
Here we go. Ooh.
Ooh. 2 successes. 4 successes. Very good. You notice as you're vindictively flinging rose petals off the terrace that the lights have started to change. Kind of turned down in certain areas. Mood lighting is kind of gone on. And you notice a fire pit light at the east end of the terrace. And you notice a card sitting on one of the chairs next to that fire pit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to that. No, what does the card say when I finally get there?
It is again addressed on heavy cardstock, very fancy, sealed in wax with your name expertly calligraphied on the front.
And on the inside of it, just
It's a quote from wow, totally blank. Oh no, it's a quote from words are hard. It's a quote from Much Ado About Nothing. The end, specifically. Here are our own words against our hands. For yes, I do indeed love thee.
and is that all that's in there?
There's a ring taped to the card.
Nice ring, I assume.
I mean, you're pretty sure. I mean, how good is Auden at evaluating jewelry?
Not nearly as good as she is at evaluating art, but she still has at least enough knowledge. And like if it was honest, it would probably be art, fashion, then jewelry in her ranking scales.
Let me see something.
And being able to like specifically point to like cuts of things. Like she's never really one of her long-term goals is to actually learn to have a jeweler's eye, because
Can
it
you
just
roll
adds to
me
pretentious.
either roll me intelligence craft? See how well you know your jewelry.
Where are you? Oh my god, it's right in front of my face. Okay. And that's what, 6 successes?
That is 6 successes. You're looking at this and it's very beautiful. Antique styling, probably Cartier, given the filigree on the sides. Also a yellow diamond, center stone, 2 marquee cut with 2 stair step, other marquee cut white diamonds. Definitely platinum, not silver or gold. If you had to guess, given the size of your knowledge, that center rock is about 2.5 carats. And the 2 sides are each carat. So definitely a really nice ring. Definitely not new. Definitely an antique.
She's just gonna pocket it. She's gonna pocket the ring and she's not sure what to do about the card. Part of her wants to throw it in the fire, but she's more looking for someone. This would be the perfect like film a breakup kind of moment, but she like reflexively reaches for her phone and she's like, oh shit, I don't have that. She doesn't know if she like, how can I make the content if I don't have the way to make the content? She's just gonna kind of sit by the fire dramatically.
As you sit down, the music changes. Instead of Frank and Dean, as it's been playing most of the time that you've been here, it shifts to Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong.
This romantic gambit isn't gonna work. Don't know what you want from me. I'm keeping the ring though.
There's no response outside that you get. It's just the music change, subtle lighting change, and the feeling inside that you are not alone, even if there's nothing you can see.
She's not going to go inside just because she knows he's there. But there's not a whole lot else she can really do.
Mm-hmm. So let's slide over then to Alex and Herschel. As you've been attempting to rebuild your computer. And then also,
I'm muted. Thank you so much. Hello, Raiders. No, it's okay. I unmuted the stream and not the Zoom. Hi, everyone. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes. Welcome all. Have all the fun. We're also in a little bit of an interesting place. Herschel, you're rebuilding your computer after, it exploded. Don't play with the Swiss, y'all.
I'm looking for that one HDMI cable.
Of course you are. All right, then. Alex, Herschel, as you're rebuilding this computer, what would you like to do as you're trying to find Auden?
So Alex is uncharacteristically uncharacteristically pacing between the foyer and the kitchen area. And he's got the blood that Rebecca had left them in his hand. And he's just kind of, just waiting on Herschel impatiently. Is it ready? Are you done? Can we start looking for Auden? And as he's doing this, he'll pull the cork and just kind of nonchalantly drink whatever was in there.
You're muted. Also, that was the poison
you.
vial.
No, it wasn't the poison vial. You can add 2 dots to your mental and 1 dot to your physical.
All right, I will do that.
There are no poison vials.
Alexander, could you not watch me so close? I get nervous.
Just get it done.
This isn't like ordering sushi. It's a serious process. One cable out of place, and then you got to tie all of them together. Like if one of these gets caught in my chair, it could just knock everything down. Cable managed.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Quentin,
We
you are
lost
lagging. Yeah.
We lost Herschel.
No. I need Herschel.
I'm going to say it now while he can't fight back. Sushi wouldn't sell Auden out.
This is true.
Also true. So, Alex, you feel sharper. Your mind is clear. You can feel things a lot better. You're also feeling stronger. Like I said, you can add 2 dots to a mental and 1 dot to a physical based on Rebecca's gift. We'll wait for Herschel to come back because he apparently disappeared. And
all the cameras went crooked.
And all the cameras went crooked.
It's okay, everyone.
Professionals.
Well, we are professionals, but these things do happen.
They do.
So when they do happen,
Technology.
what do? We get a backup running.
We fix it because we know.
So
BT dubs, Simon, I love the fact that you can now add that quote to and use that quote. I am so happy.
yes.
For anyone who doesn't know, you need to go watch the movie The Court Jester and appreciate the fact that the pellet with the poisons and the vessel with the pestle and the flag with the dragon has the brew that is true.
Oh, join without video. Cameras should be back to normal.
Okay, and now we are back to normal, y'all. So Herschel is dealing with cable gremlins and integrating servers and processors in everywhere that they need to go. The Toreador art daughter is dealing with, well, pressure and stress. And Sid, you are still no, you're not missed. You are physical in the back room of the Jock Torres store in Grand Central Station in the Lexington Avenue.
Yeah, and I will just stroll out of the store.
Okay.
Like, I'll make sure that there aren't anybody...
the door is still locked. You never unlocked the door.
Yeah, I'll unlock the door from the inside. I can unlock it, right? Oh, I would need the key?
All of those. Yep.
Okay,
Only
it's a lock
key
on
holders
both
can,
sides. Okay.
Only key holders can lock and unlock the doors.
Looks like, I'm turning to mist again.
So you turn into mist.
Spend that blood point. I'm slowly getting hungry.
Slowly getting hungry again. Oh, look, here's a Quentin. There's a Quentin.
Sorry, guys. Internet just hiccuped.
Yep. Sid, you're leaving the Grand Central to try and see where you can find Nathaniel Hawkins somewhere in Times Square. You're pretty sure one of the high-end hotels, based on his personality and his overall assholishness. Herschel, you're rebuilding your computer. Can you roll me intelligence computers? This time you can use, you're not looking for information. It's about how well and quickly you can rebuild the actual machine.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, one sec here. Computers. There it is.
Wow.
it takes you a while. It takes you a long while, and you realize halfway through as you're going that
You didn't put
there's
thermal
one
paste.
box missing.
Oh no.
And you're looking around and you're looking around and you realize it's the power source. You have everything else all put together, all nice and neat. It's perfect. It's beautiful. Even got the LED backlit going the right way. The fans are perfect. But there's no power source. You might want to have to see about finding that box. You're pretty sure it got delivered because everything got delivered at the same time.
I'll start searching the house.
All right. You're searching the house. We'll come back to that in a hot second. Sid, you've walked out of the Jock Torres store.
Yep. Well,
You're
missed
in
it
grid-
out.
Oh, missed it out. Excuse me. And you're in, hiding around the dark corners of the Lexington Passage. Are you going to remain mist, or are you going to?
No, I'll turn back into my actual form, my physical form, and I will make my way to Times Square.
All right, so you make your way to Times Square. From Grand Central Station is really easy. You can either go outside and walk down 42nd Street 4 blocks to Broadway and 42nd, where Times Square is, or you can take the S train shuttle from Grand Central Station to the the Times Square subway station.
I will actually get out of the station as fast as I can. I need to be above ground to do what I need to do next.
Okay, so you can walk the 4 blocks, which, I mean, they're avenues, so it's a little bit longer.
I'm not
but
fucking gonna walk.
Of course you're not.
I'm gonna fly.
Of course you are.
As soon as I find a dark alley, burn
Oh.
another blood point, turn into
There
a
are-
bat.
There are plenty of places that you can do that.
I turn into a bat.
So you turn into a bat. And then you go fly over Times Square. Can you roll me perception, alertness, hearing?
Yes.
It will still be difficulty 7, which you can lower, but it will start at difficulty 7. Because it's Times Square and it's not like it's
yeah.
quiet.
There's a lot of noise.
Even at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That is only gonna be 4 successes.
It's hard to hear, but you do hear Auden bitching.
I like that even as a bat, like, this is like... Okay, I will fly towards her voice.
Can you roll me wits streetwise?
Fuck, I might actually be bad at that. What does what does spending a point of willpower do? It adds 1 success, right?
Mm-hmm. It adds 1 success.
So I will add 1 success nonetheless. What's the difficulty?
6.
4 successes total.
4 successes total. It takes you a little while because of the canyon that is, Times Square, to pinpoint where exactly Auden's voice is coming from. It's north of you. It's kind of northeast of you. You have to find the right building, the right top, the ups and downs, the sound carries is very going to be different in the air. So it takes you a little while to find it. Eventually, you hear her, and you can hear her bitching as she's seated next to a glowing fireplace on a rooftop terrace, with mood lighting and Ella Fitzgerald playing, and some Louis Armstrong for some bonus sweet trumpet in the background.
At least it's not Sinatra and I fall unconscious at like fucking penthouse level in bat form.
54th floor.
Wow, I could probably survive that with my fortitude. But I don't want to test it out, so I will land on the balcony and turn back into a vampire.
So, Auden, Sid's here.
I'm gonna try not to interrupt my bitching and like make it obvious that I know he's there. You know, like not to alert a certain someone that sits here, but I'm also like trying to emote to Sid, like, please get me out of here.
Can you roll me appearance performance just to see how well you do at not giving away the game that Sid's here? I will say difficulty 7 because you know he's watching you somehow.
Yeah, he's always watching, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I have good numbers in here.
Mm.
Got that good roll today.
4 successes. You don't pause in your bitching. I'm assuming by this point you're talking about the actual quality of the ring itself, and the inaccurate quote from Much Ado. It's like he combined 2 lines. One is Beatrice's and one is Benedict's, and half of it's like, this is a little awkward.
It's like you're missing the whole entire meter.
Exactly.
Just how do you take something that you could basically copy paste from the internet onto a Word document and fuck it up?
So Sid has found Auden, but Herschel, can you roll me perception alertness, see if you found that power source yet?
Do I have to roll?
I will say if you burn a willpower, you don't. You're muted.
I will definitely roll. Never mind.
Don't you have like 10 will?
Yeah, I thought you had like a
Yeah.
shit ton of willpower.
I think his willpower is fucking maxed. It's like legit maxed.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of people running around trying to dominate me all the time.
Okay, let's just put it this way. They did.
Yeah, I don't think your willpower is helping much here.
Just 2.
You do find it, and you realize that it was in a box that you threw out because it was like double wrapped in the extra packing material, and you were like, this is just extra packing material, but no, it is actually buried in extra whatever. You pull it out, you put it all together. You now have a successful computer.
All right, Alexander. What do you want me to do now? Do you want me to like ping her phone, check security footage?
Start with pinging her phone. I mean, that would be the first thing I would say. I know you're the expert here. Use your expertise.
Give him a slight glare out of the corner of my eye.
Angry Alex.
All right. Crack my fingers. Yeah, I'll try pinging her phone.
And you discover very quickly that her phone is upstairs.
Her phone's here.
Fine. Start checking security footage from around the house.
Sorry.
I'll go upstairs and get her phone because I know she'll want that when we do actually get her.
Yeah, I'll start looking at security footage from around the house, and maybe start with the house first and then surrounding area if I can't get anything.
Can you roll me that intelligence computers?
And difficulty?
It's your own. So you're looking for your own through your own systems now, so it's only a 6, which you can lower because you have the. So that is.
I think it would be 5.
You
Since I
didn't
did it
lower
wrong.
the difficulty, right?
Mm-hmm. I did not.
Okay, so then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, because it would be you'd take it from a 6 to a 4. So 4, 5, 5, 5. I have successes. Sorry, I had to do math now. 5 successes. You're going through your own security footage. You see where a brief blip early in the 4:30, 5 o'clock, where the door opens and then closes, and it doesn't look like there's anything there. There's an amorphous shadow that kind of moves through the security footage, but it's during the day, and you're pretty that's somebody coming out. You're pretty sure. You could guess that may be Rebecca leaving. You see when Sid and you leave. You see when Alexander leaves. And about 5 minutes after Alexander leaves, you see a long limousine pull up right in front of the building. It's also a stretch caddy SUV limo.
It's pretty standard. We get those all the time.
It's also a little ostentatious. It looks like somebody put the party pack on this thing. The prom party pack with the the pink and white LED running lights and the chrome. It's
Alexander travels in those all the time.
It's the prom special. You see a figure get out. But there's a hat pulled low and a cape is actually swirled and draped over one shoulder.
Oh, this guy's a douche. All right, keep watching.
He's holding he's holding a package in his hand. You can't quite tell what it is on the camera. The doorbell rings. You see Auden answer it. You see her. You can't quite make out 100% of her features, but you, Herschel, know Auden, and you know when she's pissed at somebody, as is a face that she makes at you quite frequently. So you see her kind of sigh angrily and let the figure in. Then you see like a buzz on the feed from the front door, and the limo pulls away. Where else did you put cameras in this house?
There's probably like a front door, like probably like all of the main rooms. Like there's probably not like nanny cams in everybody's bedrooms, but like all the sitting rooms, the kitchen. Let's actually look at the actual house here for once. There's probably one out on the terrace, one in the garden that I don't think anybody's ever been in. Yeah, so just all the main rooms, I guess, where people don't sleep.
So you see, you would see, now that you have this figure and you see him come in the house, you can use that to cross-reference other footage. And you see Auden in the kitchen putting a flower in water in a bud vase. You see her kind of snack on a couple pieces of chocolate as there's the figure seated is standing behind her. You see her take a couple steps, reach out for the chair, stumble and have the chair fall to the ground as she's caught by this figure, and the figure walks out the back door.
Alexander, it appears that Auden was swooning over a gentleman caller and collapsed in his arms.
You idiot, she was drugged.
That actually makes a lot more sense. Can I get like a good shot of the guy to show Alexander? Like face or anything?
No, he kind of keeps the hat pulled down over most of his features, and he keeps the cape kind of swirled around him. but you get enough that, Alex, if you look at this picture, you're pretty sure that this looks like Nathaniel Hawkins.
Yeah,
Mostly because you told the
the
guy
cape.
to step off, and
Yeah.
you have a Dedic memory, right?
Yes, I do have a Dedic memory.
Yeah, you could recognize him.
I recognize that douchebag cape anywhere.
Yeah.
So does this guy mean anything to you?
That's Auden's sire. That's the idiot that came by the other evening, and I told to buzz off.
We wouldn't happen to have his number, would we?
There was the card that he left for Auden, but yeah, let me go track that down, and I'll run back to the office and grab that card that he left.
Did you keep it, or did you give it to Sid to file?
I don't think I gave it to Sid to file.
I don't
think
remember receiving the card.
Yeah, I think I kept the card.
Okay. So you kept the card.
Just because I didn't trust him then. I don't trust him. So I'll actually go grab that from my office and bring that back down to Herschel.
It does have his cell phone number because he wanted Auden to call him.
There we go. See what you can find off of this.
Yeah, can I like super hack, like type in his number and like try to ping where his phone is?
Sure. That's going to be a difficulty 8,
Love it.
which
Is
you
that-
can lower.
Yeah. Intelligence computers?
With intelligence computers, yeah.
Okay.
It is still a success. It does take you a while, and you find it intermittently somewhere in Times Square close to 46th Street. But you can't tell. He might be in a building, and a bunch of those buildings are older, so the signal of the cell phone itself might be causing problems, but you're not 100% sure where. But you know it's close to Times Square.
You know what, Alexander? I'm just gonna call this number. I just pull up my cell phone and call it.
You call the phone number. As you call the phone number, we're going to cut back to Auden and Sid. Sid, you're trying to remain hidden, or you just not trying to draw attention to yourself?
I am sneaking into the place. I'm trying to find him and surprise him.
So, Dex stealth?
Yeah. With celerity.
Yep.
Difficulty?
I'm going to say 7. It's dark. There doesn't seem to be anybody here, but he is watching everything. Oh, and there's 6 successes for you.
7 successes. 7 successes.
You are silent and unseen as you move across this darkened bar, and
I never turned down my eyes.
there's enough light from Times Square, it don't matter.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There
Light
are
pollution.
some like candles. There are some other little lights around here, but no, the overheads might be off, and most of the bar like mood lighting. There's also mood lighting that's going on, and then all of Times Square is lit up. You want light pollution? You look at Times Square. You sneak inside. You are silent and stealthy. And then you hear a cell phone ring. And can you roll me perception alertness?
Is it hearing?
Yes, you could use hearing because you are tracking. I would assume you're attempting to track that phone.
Yeah. What's the difficulty? The base difficulty?
8.
Okay. Just 2 successes.
You do manage to track him. You do manage to find a figure hiding in a servant in the waitstaff's passage between one section of the bar and the other. The reason you can find him is although he's kind of mostly, probably, if you had to guess, obfuscated himself, he's pulled the cell phone out and is kind of bitching at, why is my phone ringing? And it's like, I don't know who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is calling me now? I'm busy. And just kind of see him like angrily actually answer. And then you would hear Herschel, what do you say when you hear this very cultured, very pretentious, what were we saying, Alyssa, like East Coast snob?
The absolute highest definition of East Coast elitist, just that fake, that like affected mid-Atlantic kind of accent and everything, just the whole nine of really leaning into it.
Which unfortunately I can't do at the moment, but yes, picture that, everyone. Picture the worst members of the Yale Club that you could possibly think of.
Definitely a member of the Yale Club in his time.
I mean, not to disparage the Yale Club, because they have some really good dinners there, and that's like right across the street from Grand Central, but like that level of pretension.
Yeah, if he answers, I say, all right, douchebag, where's Auden?
So Sid, you would hear Herschel's voice coming through the phone saying, all right, douchebag, where's Auden? And you hear Nathaniel's response is, I don't deal with help. And I'm having a private conversation with my childer.
Look, pal, I know exactly where you're
Really?
at.
I sneak up behind him and I drink him.
So you're going to violate the masquerade.
Nope. I am not committing diablerie.
You're just drinking him?
Putting him into torpor.
Are there people around?
No, the bar's empty. Everyone's
No,
empty.
this is
There's no
totally the only person that might even be aware of it. It would be Auden. Or well, no, Herschel would, because he's on the phone.
My goal is to just bring him into torpor.
Oh, just stake him.
I don't have a stake. And it would be too long. My first thing was to come in, scare him, break the leg of a chair, use my claws to just quickly make a stake and then stake him. But then he could run away while I do my bit. So you know what? Screw the intimidating bit. The result that I want is to put him into torpor. I'll put him into torpor. It's what's gonna come after. I'm never going to kill him. But he will wish.
Cool.
I am ready to bring my humanity down 1 point.
Yeah, your humanity's gonna fall for this. Can you roll me Dex Brawl?
Yes, absolutely. Do I add points?
Your celerity?
Yeah.
Yes, you add your celerity. And you would also say that because he's busy bitching at Herschel, that he doesn't see you and he is surprised, so your DC is 5.
This is gonna get messy.
10 successes.
Oh yes. By the way, content warning here for Sid.
11 successes.
Holy shit!
I was made to suck.
Okay, we're back at that orgy energy is what we are.
Did we ever leave it?
No, it just got
It was put
more.
on the back burner. So Herschel, as you are on the phone with this pretentious dickhole who's talking to you about not talking to the help and saying that Auden, something along the lines of Auden, and him have a private conversation that they have to have. There's no reason for you to be interfering. I need to be talking with my beloved for eternity. Why the hell? How good is Herschel's hearing?
That's probably all right. I wouldn't think there's anything to harm it or hamper it.
You would probably hear the phone clatter to the ground, and you might hear choked sounds.
And then
You might not hear that because the phone is on the ground, but
Would
depends on how
Auden-
messy an eater Sid is being.
Oh, I'm
would
trying to
Auden
do it
be
as
aware of
fast as I can.
this?
Okay, then you're not being messy, and you're trying to be this quickly as possible. So
Yeah.
you're Auden. Would you hear it?
Yeah, would I? I mean, decent hearing, but like, am I?
You can roll me perception alertness to see if you can hear this, but you're outside, and you never came inside, so it would be through the glass window, so it's at least a 6. It's a standard DC
Yeah,
to hear
that's
through it.
fine.
Also, you know that Sid disappeared, so you don't know where Sid is. Like his stealth was real good.
Yeah, well, let's roll and see. I am on them D10s tonight,
So
but I only have 1 success.
1 success. You hear like a kind of choked off scream, and the phone hit the ground.
I think I would go inside at that point then.
So what Herschel would do, he would like have the phone up, and then he would hear like the sound of Alexander, maybe you should listen too, and I'll like put it on speaker.
So when do you put it on speaker?
Like probably like after like I hear like the first like initial struggle, and then there's like he's not talking to me anymore. And then I'll just be like, it almost sounds like he's being attacked, and I'll put it on speaker.
I am going to try to find where this is happening because I don't want Sid to get the final say. That's how this goes, basically.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop Sid, but like, I think
right.
I'm gonna find them and just kind of be like, I would like to do something, if you don't mind.
I think that you can eventually find him. Sid's doing this quickly, so he's draining him very quickly, and he's falling to the ground. Alex, you hear the distinct sounds of struggle and possibly, given your age and experience, the sounds of someone being fed upon.
You said he answered the phone, right?
Yeah, he totally. I mean, we had like a really tiny, short conversation. I don't know what this is though. Do you?
I'm gonna text Sid. Where are you?
Sid, is your phone on vibrate or does it have a ringer?
It would be on silent right now because of what I need to do.
Okay, so it's your phone vibrates in your pocket.
Would you say that with 11 fucking successes, I can maintain my grip with one hand and just text with the other?
Yes, I would say with 11
I
successes.
certainly hope.
I would say with 11 successes that he is mostly unconscious by the time you put your hand in your pocket. He's not struggling anymore.
Sid's not even like, he can just like type without even looking at the fucking
I
keyboard.
type, nobody fucks with my daughter.
And that's what you get, Alex.
Looks like Sid beat us there.
By about...
I was gonna say that was quick.
It took him about an hour and a half.
I mean, if you had plugged in your power supply the first time.
Yeah.
Even professionals make mistakes.
I know, but then you had to reinstall Windows and then all the updates. That gave me time.
This is also true. So,
Should I roll better?
Auden, you come around the corner and you see Sid basically one hand texting, one hand kind of quasi-supporting Nathaniel, and you see Nathaniel is just like out of it, not resisting.
I think Auden would immediately reach for her phone that's not there, and she would just like realize she doesn't have it, and she's gonna do, this is a memory I never want to forget.
And I think on that, we're going to take the break for the evening.
All right. I cannot wait to share with everyone what I have in mind for that asshole.
So do I.
So stick around. We'll be back in about 5-ish minutes. Hello, everyone. We're back.
We are back, and we are back with Sid forcing a vampire into torpor as he drains him.
Oh, I got a call. Give me a second.
Okay, we will let Sid deal with that. Auden, you see... Sorry, wrong one. There we go. You see this happening. You hear... you see Nathaniel's phone on the ground, and you can kind of hear Herschel's voice coming from it.
I think I'm going to go pick it up. And just kind of not say anything, just pick it up. And listen in.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, Alexander, but sure is weird. Hello, is anyone still there? Like the speakerphone, like in my hand, like.
You shouldn't have sold me out, Herschel.
What?
You done fucked up, boy.
Now who's this? This doesn't sound like.
This is your consciousness, Herschel.
I mean, I
You
don't.
have been a very naughty boy.
Dawn's just like, she's just watching Sid drain her sire and torturing Herschel to try to like keep her spirits up.
I mean, that's probably true. I've been kind of naughty, but wait, is this still the same guy?
Stop playing with yourself in the basement, Herschel.
Not
We
entirely.
know,
Not
we know
entirely.
what the computers are for.
Oddly specific.
Get a respectable hobby, why don't you? Maybe shower once in a blue moon. Have you considered laundry?
I mean, it's
Dawn's
been proven.
like trying not to, she's like crying to herself, having such a good time.
Studies have shown that at least humans should shower like once a week. So.
Yes, you should try it sometime.
I mean, it really seems overrated. Is Nathaniel there? Like, who is this?
I told you, I'm your conscious.
This is incredibly weird. Alexander, are you buying this?
Just grin from ear to ear. Just, I have nothing to say here.
Nathaniel's busy right now.
Doing what? Do you know where Auden is?
Nathaniel's feeling a little drained at the moment.
Am I done my business?
I look at Alexander like, what?
And Dawn's just like, she just breaks. She just starts laughing and rolling and.
While this whole bit is going on, Sid, Nathaniel's in torpor by this point. He's gone.
Good.
I need you to roll me willpower -1.
Difficulty?
7.
I don't like these odds. 0 success.
Better than a failure.
Yep, better than a failure. Much better than a failure. Actually, that's not that bad. You feel violently ill. And you're pretty sure you're gonna have to vomit in like the next 20 seconds.
I'm just gonna hang up the phone. I'm not gonna say anything to the two of them.
Does Nathaniel have a cape still?
No, he seems to have lost it. He's got now a full dinner jacket and dinner tux.
That's enough for me. He has a jacket. I rip the jacket out and I put it on the ground and I barf on it.
You spend probably the next 10, 15 seconds vomiting up everything you just ingested.
Okay, so I'm down to the blood I had earlier.
Mm-hmm. And you feel something inside you shift. You feel that I will tell you mechanically, and you can figure out how you want to describe your feelings on this one. You've just vomited up everything you just ate, and you are almost 100% sure that you must, from now on and always, how to phrase this correctly?
Feed on Fae?
No, that would be bad. That would be really bad. That would be like the ultimate bad.
Okay.
No, but you're almost 100% sure that your fangs, which are now which you are permanent for you, you notice when you vomited, they came out.
I lost my fangs?
But you feel them moving in your mouth, as if they're coming back. You feel slightly like you could add another transformation to your list of things that you can turn into.
Okay.
Probably more reptilian.
Oh, a snake.
Goddamn snake people.
Sid,
Yeah, what?
you alright?
Your sire tastes like shit.
Yeah, I can imagine. I never really wanted to find out past what I had to.
Oh, we're not done with them.
What are you doing, essentially, is what I want to know, because, oh, by the way, Herschel and Alex are looking for us.
I'll pick
it's
up
fine.
I'll pick up Nathaniel's phone at the same time.
Oh, I hung it up already.
Oh, you hung up?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Can I have a cell phone?
I mean, your phone is in your hand.
Yeah, I don't want to call using my phone.
Okay, I guess. She's like, do you mind if I take a quick photo of him like this?
I flick you my phone so that it stays between the two of us.
Okay.
Or the family. Stays in the family.
It wasn't for anybody but me.
Good. Beep boop, calling my contacts.
Who are you calling?
Bunch of gangrel thugs that I know.
Let me rephrase that. What are you wanting them to do? Because there'll be different contexts. You know, like you have gangrel thugs that you know that would probably help you surveil something, and then you know a bunch of longshoremen who will probably help you destroy a body.
I need two things. I need a construction site first.
So in that case, you're not calling gangrel thugs. You're probably calling a fixture at a local downtown bar, affiliated but not connected with certain members of the Gambino crime family.
Yep. Good old contacts from when I was human.
Yeah. His name is Frankie. He sits on the corner of a bar. Nobody bothers him. Nobody asks any questions. He just answers a phone occasionally and puts people in contact with the right kind of people.
Hey, Frankie.
He knows people. Ah, Zimmerman. It's been a while. What can we do for you and your associates?
I need a construction site.
There are plenty. Are we looking for something a little bit high-rise or a little bit...
Looking for anything that has a cement truck.
There is a new building going up recently. Where are you located? I've got 6 I can put you in contact with, but it's going to depend what borough you're in.
Times Square, Lower Manhattan.
Ooh, you're right close. 47th and between 6th and 7th.
Thank you.
If you wanted to, you could literally look out the window of this bar that you are standing in and look north and see the giant hole in the ground that he's talking about, 1 block north of
Oh,
you.
good. Auden, you can come with if you want to.
I don't know what you're planning.
He's
but
never gonna bother you again.
I got that sense, but I kind of wanted to get to do the others.
Oh. My bad. You want me to wake him up?
No, you don't have to wake him up, but I wouldn't mind if he's awake for whatever you want to do with cement.
It's gonna be rough when I fill him up with cement.
I think that's fine.
But if you want, you can be the one that does it. That do it.
Oh, I'd very much like that.
Alright. Father-daughter bonding time. Let's go.
Let's do it.
So, I will take my cell phone and call Alexander.
I assume you found Auden.
Oh yeah, she's tip-top shape, right, Auden?
As good as I can be.
I kinda need a ride, Alex.
What more specifically do you need?
Oh, just a car, so I don't have to carry a corpse with me around town.
So discretion is advised. Okay.
I mean, I'm bringing a drunkard out of a bar. It doesn't need to be that discreet.
I'll have the service send the driver over. Where are you?
42nd and blah, 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 blah.
46th between 6th and 7th on outside Times Square. The Hyatt Centric City.
I know
Bar
New York.
54.
Stay put. I'll have a driver there shortly.
So you've called Alex. He's going to have a driver. The driver texts your phone, Sid, and says 5 minutes. You know that you are at the top of the Hyatt. You know that there are 3 elevators that go down. Auden can tell you that they've been locked down.
And of course I will.
And you could find the emergency exit now because he's stopped hiding it as he's unconscious.
Does he have anything on him otherwise?
Key card.
That might get us in the elevator.
Can give it a try. Otherwise, I'm gonna push him off the stairs.
That could be worth it. This is a pretty tall building, though. And
Yeah, I know.
I don't want him waking up.
He's not gonna wake up for a couple of years at the moment. He's not gonna wake up until someone feeds him.
Well, I'll let you make the call on that one.
Try the key card. The elevator might be the simpler way.
The key card will call one of the elevators to you. It's a direct elevator from the 54th floor directly to the lobby.
Oh, cool.
Great.
As is tradition, we have to have a conversation in the elevator. And it needs to be more or less awkward, so I will have propped Nathaniel up on I'm gonna take the jacket upstairs that I puked on. Blood, basically. And I'm just gonna fling it off the balcony.
Discreet, Sid.
You see it get caught on one of the awnings of a nearby building and just kind of stay there.
Not my blood, anyway.
I'm sure that'll be fun when whoever finds it finds it.
Yeah, prop him up, and as we're going down the elevator, I'll look to Auden and I'll ask. So, how are you doing?
Well, I've been kidnapped by a person I never wanted to see again. And he didn't even have the balls to come out of the shadows the whole time I was there. So I feel like a ball of sunshine.
And you feel like it's... You might have had, like, met empathetic Sid before. But he turns to you and asks, anything I can do to help?
Well, you did rescue me, Sid. So I do mean thank you. You know, for the whole rescue thing.
I don't think I needed to rescue you. I think you could have rescued yourself.
I was gonna figure that out, but my plans were not really great. So
That was pretty much straightforward.
yeah, you pretty much just went for the jugular. I was gonna take one of those sticks out of the fire and just see what happens.
Yeah, there's a thrill at beating your sire up with a fire poker.
Not usually my style, but finding that we can't really well, you can't paint away bullshit like this. So I think filling him with cement will be the ultimate installation.
Oh, he's gonna be a permanent fixture in New York.
My finest work yet.
Just too bad nobody can know about it.
That is a tragedy. And Autumn's gonna like fiddle because she doesn't have her phone. But this is the longest I've been away from some kind of device. Probably in 10 years.
Yeah, Alex and I meant to talk to you about that. We think you spend too much time on the computer.
It's my job.
No, a job is to work somewhere like a 9 to 5, or like do like I do and find lost people.
I do plenty of work. Instagram is real work. That's not even the point. I don't write anymore.
It is on the Instagram is real work, Dad, that the doors of the elevator open and you just see the security guard who's kind of nonchalantly there, glance at you, Sid, shake his head and go to open the door for you. Well used to seeing drunks being supported out by friends, well used to listening to complaining teenagers and to their parents, well used to everything, and nothing phases him.
Thanks, bud.
Autumn's gonna wink at the security guard just for the fun of it.
And now he's gonna think about you for the next 15 years.
I am the pretty one, so I had to do it.
Auden, as you go to wink at the security guard, he kind of nods at you. It's a slightly older, slightly burly-looking African-American gentleman, and you notice that his eyes aren't on you, they're on Sid.
Well then. Can't. I think you've left an impression.
And the cars are waiting out front.
Think he saw my half-naked pictures?
I think a lot of people have seen your half-naked pictures at this point, Sid.
And I'll push Hawkins in the car and make for the construction site.
Yeah, you have to go around the block because 45th goes one way, 46th goes one way the wrong way, so you got to go around to get to 47th in the right place. While you're doing that, let's check in with the dynamic duo at home. As
Well, I mean, they could have climbed in the car and we could all meet together if
were
that's
they
easier.
at the car?
Did you come? Did you join us?
Yeah, maybe you know what? Maybe we should have. We should have had the car swing by, pick us up, and then meet you at the hotel.
Herschel, did you come with?
Yeah, I'll come along.
Cool. So again, the SUV with your secondary driver, the slightly older Russian gentleman who's glances at you, Sid, slightly raises an eyebrow as it's very obvious to him that this individual is not drunk but unconscious under other means, but he doesn't say anything as he opens the door. Alex and Herschel are already in the car. You kind of shove Hawkins into the way back, and the two of you and Auden get into the car. The driver merely nods, closes the door, and gets in. Again, checking very surreptitious, very seriously around to make sure that no one had in the 30 seconds between him getting out and opening the door for you and then getting back in, nobody had messed with the car because he's paranoid.
Oh, hey, Alex. Hey, Herschel.
Oh, looks like you've been busy.
Is he alive?
Torpor.
He's fine for now.
Auden, dear, here's your phone.
Oh my god. And she's just gonna take one look at it. She thinks about what Sid said. And she'll tuck it in her pocket.
Oh.
Character growth can happen.
Character growth can happen. So it takes about 5 minutes using the one-way streets and New York City traffic, even at 3 o'clock in the morning in Times Square, to get one block where you need to be. And there's a guy, kind of very obviously stereotypical Guinea, in a tracksuit, slightly heavy set. You see 3 gold chains around his neck. He waves at you, and he opens the gate.
Frankie?
No, this is not Frankie. This is
just...
Sal, who was one of his boys.
Sal.
Frankie's in his 70s, maybe 80s.
Oh, yeah. He's the fixer.
He's the fixer. He sits at the bar. Other people go out and do things. He sits at a bar. And there's no question he just opens the gate for you. Anything in particular you need turned on?
The cement truck.
Oh, we got a person that'll fix. You should see this one. It's real nice. They got to build the super beams, so they got the double long hose, and you can see that instead of the normal cement truck, you see that it's a stationary object, a cement mixer, and it's got tubing that can run about 3 stories.
Okay.
In articulated pieces.
Good.
And he kind of goes and turns it on. Are we adding to the foundation, or are we just?
Oh
adding
yes,
to
this is going to be the cornerstone if we can.
I mean, we got this nice spot right over here. It would go in quite nicely.
Yeah, I just need to make sure that there's it's covered inside and out.
You see him give a little bit of a pause at that. More you think, Sid, I mean, you've worked with these kind of guys before. More you think as this is a revelatory moment for him, and it's a new idea for him to use in the future.
And I just look at him like dead in the eyes, and I say, "Nobody fucks with my daughter."
Of course not. Nobody fucks with your. You just see him kind of. You get the impression that of like, of course, this is the honest answer. What the hell else would you be doing? Are we cutting anything off at the same time?
No.
Auden's definitely considering at least a few things she'd like to cut
Oh,
off.
well, unless Auden says anything. Auden, you want to keep a present?
She would never say it so crassly, but she's like, oh, I can think of a few things.
You want to keep a present?
Oh, I don't want to keep it. I just see no reason for anything important to stay attached.
I look at Sal.
I got extra bolt cutters. Give me a second.
And the moment he turns around, I'll spring the claws and just...
Herschel, you offered a pair of bolt cutters too?
That would be my idea.
Oh,
Oops.
no. Herschel is not... You don't get any of this. But Auden is gonna... She's like, while he's grabbing them bolt cutters, Herschel, I just want to say thank you for getting me kidnapped by an abusive piece of shit, you giant pile of vampire garbage.
If people in your phone were actually labeled who they were supposed to be,
You could also just not creep into people's phones. What would you possibly need with it? By the way, I saw your name changed.
yeah,
And
well,
she's going to pull her phone out and show what she changed it to. It just says shit bag. I hope you like it.
You tried to push me off the boat.
And I would push you under the cement, too, if I didn't think that our daddies would interfere.
I'd like to see you try.
She's immediately going to just, walk as close as she can and whisper in his ear. She's like, oh, believe me, if I wanted to, I would. But I think for now, you're going to be just fine. And she's going to immediately just sucker punch him.
I'd like to dodge out of the way of that.
I bet you would.
One of you roll me, Auden roll me Dex Brawl, and Herschel roll me Dex Dodge.
I also keep forgetting I have this fun scalpel tongue thing that I could have used as a hey, fuck off, and actually cut deep.
Oh no, you punch him in the stomach.
Oh yeah.
What's up with your rolls tonight, Quentin?
It is awful.
That's fine.
You don't do any damage. You just kind of knock the wind out of him. And Sal is turned back at this point, nods and says, your daughter's good.
Yeah. You took too long with the bolt cutters, and I just throw the dick at him.
She's like, to be fair, I wouldn't mind a finger or two as well.
Oh, okay. See, okay. And he goes into this long explanation of exactly how you want to make sure if you're removing various things from a body that you do it in the right places, and disarticulating hands in the right way to remove fingers and or fingerprints, to remove identifying marks on a body.
She's like, I don't really care about the identifying remarks. I just take a couple fingers if you wouldn't mind.
You definitely get the impression that Sal is more than connected, and probably there is absolutely nothing you could do short of maybe turning into a giant animal that would phase him. There's nothing violent you could do that would phase him.
My type of guy.
Mm-hmm. So you spend the next half hour introducing Nathaniel Hawkins to cement.
Yeah, also the dick, because I don't want that to lie around.
No, nobody wants to. It's not to be kept. It's
No.
It's part of. But
I don't want the construction workers tomorrow morning to come in and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
She's actually gonna ask if it's okay to wait, so that way it's attached to his forehead.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you spend half an hour, maybe an hour, introducing Nathaniel Hawkins to cement internally and externally, making sure that Sal gives you a running commentary about the appropriate ways you can make sure that a body disappears in a cement. and then shows you how you have to even off the blocks so that nothing sticks out awkwardly, and the block can still be useful because, you know, it would be a horrible shame if the building fell down because some asshole had to get killed, you know.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want that.
There's no reason for shoddy workmanship just because he's a dick.
No, I
Literally,
might be
yeah.
a monster, but I'm not that type of monster.
Exactly. So you spend the rest of it. Sal then escorts you out, waves at you, and gets into his own car and drives off. Pleasant guy for all of his murderous tendencies.
Yeah, I mean, I might petition the prince.
Eventually.
Yeah. Can we keep him, Alex?
I mean, you're stepping on some toes here, but
Oh, yeah, I am.
I'm going to completely disavow any knowledge of this.
Of what?
Exactly.
By the
Hey,
way,
her-
oh,
Nope, go right ahead.
by the way, I didn't keep any of his blood inside me, so,
And in the interaction between Alex and Sid, would I notice that his fangs are not there?
You'd notice that they are shorter.
Okay, so they're attempting to come back. What happened up there? And I'll kind of, you know.
yeah, I puked my fangs out.
And I'll just kind of look back over at the cement pile and go, what the hell?
I don't know.
You really got to stop drinking strange vampires.
I wish I had a... I think I'm gonna start carrying a stake with me.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Probably, like, nice ebony.
Yeah.
Sharpened
More-
with a leather grip.
That's actually not a bad idea. Probably easier than, you know, draining them and having to go through all this just to put them into torpor.
Yeah. Been watching a show on late night TV the other day, and a girl in it was always carrying stakes. I think she, like, made her own.
I do recall there being TV shows of that nature.
Yeah, very poor depiction of us, but...
Well, we have to, you know.
fucking filled with angst and shit.
Aren't we all?
I don't know, speak for yourself. Oh, hey, Auden. Wait, driver. Driver, sir.
Sir, yes.
Yeah, can you, bring me to Grand Central Station?
Yes, sir.
Why are we going to Grand Central and not just going home?
Oh, because you lived a traumatic experience tonight, and, I feel like this deserves something to help you feel better. I'm gonna go back to the chocolate place, and I'm just going to steal a bunch of chocolate.
So you're not going to worry about being missed this time.
It depends on if there's people looking at me or not.
I mean, it's 3:00 in the morning. No
Are you
one's
ju-
paying anybody attention.
And we could also run interference, I guess.
Are you just gonna B&E the chocolate shop?
I B&E the chocolate shop. Yep.
Okay, are you trying to pick the lock on the door, or are you just breaking it?
No, I'm gonna try to pick the lock. I mean, I'm
Okay, so
the one thing
Dex-
that does the less sound, basically.
wit security or dex security?
Dex security with celerity.
6. It's a cheap ass lock. Oh, 5. It's a cheap ass lock.
Oh, well, it's still the same. It's 4
It's
successes.
successes. Yeah, it takes you 20 seconds. You're in. You're out.
I figure there are bags.
Yes, in New York there are still bags.
So I just take a bag and I go on like the shelves and I just
Yeah, okay. You steal a bunch of high-end chocolate boxes for your daughter who's had a traumatic experience,
And I take a few for Herschel.
and a few for Herschel. Herschel,
I don't even remember if Herschel can feed off of regular food.
I don't either, but does he really deserve it?
Look,
Yes.
he tried. He helped.
He got me into this mess.
In Herschel's defense, he didn't
Sid
know
doesn't
that's who
know
it
that.
was.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
Sid has
I mean,
no
she's-
idea.
Auden has been surprisingly-
Wait. How loud was your altercation at the side of a construction site when you started bitching at Herschel? Just 20
Oh,
minutes.
not very loud. No. Auden's surprisingly not public about.
Okay, so
About
then
it.
no, Sid does not know.
No.
You grab some chocolates for Sid. You grab a lot of chocolate for Auden. Herschel,
Mm-hmm.
your phone rings.
No, fuck.
I don't even look. I just answer it. Hello?
Interesting. Who is this?
Who's this?
My name is Cadfile. Why is your number in Francesca Maselli's phone?
Why do you have Francesca Marcelli's phone?
Oh shit, the Justicar got to her.
I don't really think that's any of your business at the moment.
Do I recognize the name, or is that...
I don't know. How much do you pay attention to Alexander's rants?
Not at all.
Oh, you dumb idiot!
We were friendly back in the day. Is she okay? Is there something? Do you need something?
Name.
I'm Herschel Akers.
Thank you. And the phone hangs up.
Well, that was odd. Put the phone away.
Oh, who was that?
Herschel.
What was odd?
Somebody had Francesca's phone, and then they just wanted my
And
name.
before he can even get the rest of the words out of that sentence, Alexander's who has her phone?
I give him the name. Who was it again?
Cadfell?
Cadfile.
Catfile. I just look around.
I will just look at Sid.
As I'm coming back with a bag full of chocolate.
We have a potential problem.
Wow,
The
can never catch a
Justicar.
break. Here, Auden, that's for you.
I'm going to greatly accept it.
That should make you feel better. I read somewhere
Herschel.
that chocolate and women. What?
Just received a phone call from the Justicar. From Francesca's phone.
Hey, Francesca's not our problem anymore. Do you want me to go steal more chocolate?
Oh, I think it's about to be our problem again.
I'm very afraid of what the Justicar has taken away from this interaction.
Oh.
Remember that time we were going to change the locks on the house?
I don't think that's going to help.
Does that mean I get to fuck up a Justicar?
I certainly hope that you'll
I mean, have
What?
I really done something super bad?
I don't know.
Technically, he shouldn't go after you unless he wants to really make sure that her and all of her acquaintances are dead.
And at that point I'll ask Herschel, how do you feel about Francesca right now?
What do you mean?
Can you roll me perception empathy, Herschel?
Empathy's a skill?
Oh my god.
Difficulty 6?
It's odd. You feel like there should be something there, but it's missing. It's hollow, heavy, dark, even.
It's odd. Like our connection that we had. It's different. It's
Not as filling.
yeah. That's a good way to
She's
put it.
dead.
Oh,
Wow, you have a way to announce mortality, Alexander.
Well, we're all dead, but I mean, she's really fucking dead.
Oh.
Like, true death, head separated from her shoulders, dead. I've really got to do a little spin on this and see how much shit we're in.
So I'm not gonna get another suit out of her, am I?
I mean, if you want to run down by the shop, I'm sure they might have a clearance sale.
Going
Some
out
sort
of
of
business sale?
Liquidation.
Hey, Herschel. This calls for a celebratory drink, don't you think?
yeah, I suppose.
Cool. There you go.
Oh. Do I have to?
Do you want to make sure she's dead and that you're not controlled anymore?
Yeah.
Might be a better time and a place for this.
Oh, as if you haven't sucked someone in the back of a car.
I don't think we need to know about your love life right now, either of you.
I'm in blood, really? Really?
Yeah, you really need to grow up. Jeez.
Wow.
Wow, Herschel. I don't think you get to make any jokes tonight. And here I was starting to feel sorry for you.
I didn't think you would. I'll bite into Sid's arm, I guess.
Could you roll me willpower?
Me or him?
Him.
Okay.
Because,
Difficulty
well,
6?
yeah, difficulty 6. You managed to stop yourself at a single mouthful, but it tastes oddly good. Slightly almost addicting in flavor. It tastes better than Franny did.
Hey, don't compare me to your fucking ex.
Um,
I'm your dad, remember?
Yikes!
But
Complicated relationships.
yeah, but what has Sid drunk that Herschel has not?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I taste like freaking Faye, man.
Dad, you taste good.
Yeah, I know, ambrosia, right?
Yeah. That was interesting.
Hey, Herschel, can you roll me 2d10? Cool. You feel slightly dizzy and a little high and like seriously manic. Like you could probably, like you've just drunk
Manic pixie.
well, like a triple shot of espresso with an extra shot.
So yeah, what else are we gonna do tonight, guys? So is there anything else we need to go do?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel, do you guys want to like run home?
No.
No.
Ah,
And I'll motion for the driver to start taking us back.
Herschel.
Yeah.
And I'll turn to Alex. The kid has a bit too much energy. I'll burn him out.
I mean, it's probably not a bad idea. Don't know what shenanigans he might be able to get into if you leave him out there.
Oh, you, me, Herschel. Herschel, you and me. Sewer run. All the way home.
And I'm just gonna look at my attire and look at Sid and say, "You enjoy that run."
Yep.
Auden and I we'll take the ride home. See you there.
And she's just gonna get in the car and wave and say thank you.
Oh, you're free to join if you want.
No, I think I'll pass. But she's gonna take out her phone and finally delete Nathaniel's number.
So you have Sid and Herschel running through the sewers or the subway lines, just so I know.
Oh, I think we're gonna make it fun, and we're gonna run subway line opposite traffic.
Have fun with that. Just make sure you.
I have fortitude. I have a shit ton of fortitude. I don't mind
You have
getting hit by a subway.
This is more punishment than I think Herschel was even expecting.
You both have a shit ton of celerity, right?
Herschel does it.
You honestly, I think you guys could run the lines well enough because there aren't enough necessarily. The trains are still running, but not all of them are running. So
Yeah, it's like one every 20 minutes or something.
yeah, even less than that. I mean, it's like 3:00 in the morning. The trains still run, but they're much quieter now. Just pay attention to that third rail, y'all. It's a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, we're just gonna make sure not to step on it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Auden and Alexander, you get home much quicker than they do. Well, no, actually just about the same time, given the amount of speed that they're putting on. And the house is silent, quiet, doors locked, nothing out of place.
I think Auden's still gonna not sure she's ready, and is definitely still thinking there's something here.
You can roll that perception alertness.
Oh, for sure. Wait, that's this one. They're just 2 successes.
There's nothing out of place. Nothing seems odd or off. You see there's a soft drifting sound. You hear the soft hum of Herschel's computer. It's a little bit more obvious now that it's been gone for a couple days. And you also hear a soft jazz playing.
So is Sabrina here?
No, it's not coming from downstairs. It's coming from Sid's office.
Alex is. Did someone in Sid's office when y'all left?
No. And I'll head towards Sid's office.
Probably. You know what? We might as well just install a revolving door on the front.
There's no one there, but the Victrola is playing.
What's the Victrola playing?
Frank.
I think Auden's just gonna kick the Victrola off the table.
No.
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 The Victrola isn't on a table. The
It's just
Victrola
by itself.
is a table.
Oh, she's still gonna kick it.
You would probably hurt yourself, but it's probably
Yeah, she's a weak little piece of shit. Of course she's gonna hurt herself. She thinks this is what she can do to pay Sid back, though.
Sid, you and Alex would both notice that it's not playing the same song. It's just
Do I not fall unconscious?
no. It's
So
just
it's playing a different record. It's not playing the one special cut that we have.
and there's a folded piece of paper on top.
So I'll stop the Victrola and I'll take a look at the paper.
I was gonna do that.
Wait.
Just in a different way.
Wait.
You're not kicking my Victrola.
No, I'm just, I go back to the front door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I take a good look at the front door.
Okay. Are you looking for something in particular or just
I break it off its hinges.
okay?
Right. So
We don't need a door in this house.
Literally, it
anything
will
can just
not
come in.
change anything at this point.
whatever can just walk right in.
Whatever can already walk right in.
I also want to put out there that that Alex and Alex and Sid both have ghouls that they're employees who
Elizabeth has been instructed not to open the door for anyone other than packages, and that is it.
but nobody's talked to Dolly.
That's always not my ghoul.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna fix the door.
I think it's a little late for that.
Well, I don't think I'm, like, full of potence and able to just, like, destroy a door to splinter. I figure I just...
You knocked it off its hinges.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you do live in a old brownstone in Lower Manhattan, and it is a heavy wood door with intricate plate glass carvings on the inside and giant iron hinges. You popped the hinges. The door itself is fine.
Yeah,
You just
I'll
popped the
spend a
hinges.
few hours repairing it as Alexander is reading me a love letter.
Interesting phrasing on that.
Well, it's
It is a
clearly...
letter.
Yeah, it's clearly a love letter.
I don't know that it's necessarily love so much as it is expressing affection and some sort of familial ties.
And what's the letter say?
Eckert hopes that Sid appreciates this gift.
Oh, Sid, this is for you. And I'll
What's...
hand him the letter.
Oh. Oh, shit. Who is it? And I look at it. I'm like, oh, it's... Shit stain. I open it. Is there anthrax in it?
No.
Oh.
It's literally, he says he hopes you appreciate this gift. He knows that you had to leave this particular album in LA in a hurry. He managed to clean up after you. He's been doing that for a while. Hope you enjoy your night.
Hey, Alex. According to
Yes.
this, I wasn't potty trained until the 70s.
Well, we can certainly hope that Rebecca's feeling better and do a little more digging in that noggin of yours.
Yeah.
Do we have any more of that special juice she left us?
Yeah, it's in the kitchen. Knock yourself out. There's like a vial for you and Auden.
I do agree. It's quite spectacular.
It's the tits.
Autumn really
Yeah.
wants to do a shit old people say, but she won't.
How close does she get?
It's drafted. She just doesn't submit it.
Does she save it or delete it?
Oh, she saved it.
Of course.
She might change her mind,
Good.
but she's also got a couple other things she wants to do before she worries about funny Twitter.
So Herschel, you're going to look for Rebecca's gift.
Yeah, I'll go look for the vials.
You find them easily. They're sitting on the counter still in their very fine ebony jewelry box with silver inlay in Hebrew.
I'll take one out and pop it and down the hatch.
Does anyone watch him do this? Just out of curiosity.
Certainly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So
Why
everyone turns and watches as Herschel does this.
Instantly dies.
No. Herschel, you feel odd. You feel really odd. And on top of that super high that you had, that manic level that has slowly started to fade, you now feel obsessive. And yeah, I know rolls are just rolls tonight. It's great. You feel the an energy overtake you, and while it might be mildly obsessive, it's something that you can control. But you now do have a level of, you can add 2 dots to your occult and 1 dot to your perception, because you now see everything. And by that I mean you see the ghost that's been haunting this brownstone for years, kind of standing unseen and unacknowledged next to Alexander. You see the dead, almost spectral remains of the professor that's rotting in your coal chute still. You see different people going in and out. You feel like it's a little hard to tell, but you know that the timeline of what's happening and what's going on is such that you see dead people a lot. And welcome to New York.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go lay down. I feel funny.
You
You sure you don't want to see me take mine?
Okay, just hurry up.
Don't tell me what to do. She's
Okay,
gonna just
take your
she's
time.
going to take the vial and go as slow and painful as possible, like artistically pulling it off, raising it a toast, and just like that fiery glare at Herschel the whole time. And then I'll take it.
Hey, Auden, can you roll me willpower?
Two successes.
Cool. Hey, Auden. You scream suddenly and collapse on the ground.
oh shit.
Oh Jesus.
Less up.
I think that was Herschel's file.
And for a moment, it appears as if you have a full body seizure. But it's a moment that instantaneous for Sid and Alex and Herschel watching you. For you, it's both eternal and instant. It's both long, never ending, and it happens so quickly you couldn't even contemplate it. Yeah, you're gonna add a dot to your manipulation. So sorry. You now you get 1 dot to your manipulation, and you get 2 dots to your occult as well. Herschel can see dead people. You begin to see almost as much as the Malkavians. And you might want to make a note of this, that you see potentials of what might happen or could happen or will happen, but it might not. But at the same time, it could. So for every action you choose to take from now on, you can tell me if you're using an advantage roll or a disadvantage roll, because you're going to have 5 of each for each session. Because now you see the fabric of reality and you're not 100% sure if you're still in it. Hallucinations and vampires be fun, y'all.
Well,
Oh no.
everything's fine in the best of worlds. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Should we like put her like on the couch or something?
Don't touch me.
You feeling all right?
Just don't touch me. She's just looking around and looking into this whole thing. And everything that made sense no longer makes sense.
Yeah, that the potion sucked. I'm gonna go lay down.
Wait, where are you going? Why are you going that way?
That's the way I'm supposed to go to the basement.
Oh.
You know what? I'd ask if you were okay, but I don't care.
That's fine.
You sure everything's fine? You look like you're out of it.
Yeah.
If I move my hand in front of her face, like, does her eyes, like, do her eyes follow me?
They kind of seem to try to, but it's sluggish. Like somebody who, well, wait. No, you don't remember the 60s. You do, however, remember the 70s. Like a bunch of people that were seriously stoned at some points in time.
Really, we're gonna have to ask Rebecca what's up with all of this.
I think that's a pretty good idea. And I'll actually text her and just say, hey, hope things are better. Gonna have some questions when you have time.
You get a quick text, very fast response, again in Hebrew. With a little smiley face and like a little heart.
I really gotta learn Hebrew. And I'll throw my phone to Sid. Can you translate this, please?
Yep.
She says that she has plenty of free time tomorrow, but she's heard that there might be a gathering and she might have to attend. Everything's so up in the air right now. Hope you like my gift.
Your gift screwed up our children.
Please let her know that it's you.
It is I, Sid Zimmerman.
Are you
Thank
answering in English or Hebrew?
Hebrew.
I have spoken.
Then she'll know it's that.
I have spoken.
Then she'll know it's not me.
She says, she responds, can happen sometimes. I'm sure they'll appreciate the gifts in the long run. Be on the lookout, Sid. There's something strange in the air. Powerful people are paying attention to you now.
Yay, question mark.
Some very interesting people now have you on their radar.
I will lay low. And I'll pass the phone back to Alexander.
Wonderful.
Well then.
But it's now late. Really late, actually. By now, it's about like 4, 5, almost 5 o'clock in the morning. Sunrise is soon.
Let's go to sleep.
I'm crawling upstairs without saying anything to anybody. Still not sure if I don't know what to think anymore. But thank God I have blackout curtains because I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to sleep. I can keep the room dark, but I don't know what I will actually be able to do.
Yeah, I try not to look at all the dead people running around.
There are fewer in your house. There's only like 2 right now. And they're kind of staying out of your way.
I was gonna say one should be primarily with me.
One does actually seem to turn and follow Alex. Relatively attractive redhead. Vintage styling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down.
So Herschel goes back to his camp cot in the basement with the soothing glow of his computer. Auden goes upstairs trying to determine what's real and what's not. Sid and Alex, you are alone.
I'm gonna retire to my room as well. The quicker we can get to tomorrow, the quicker we can get some answers as to what's going on with those two.
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Good night, Sid.
Night. And I'll sit down at my desk with the letter that Eckhart had, and there was a record playing on the Victrola. I'm gonna play it from the beginning.
It is Frank Sinatra. It is...
Fuck!
No, it doesn't knock you out. It is... Hold on, I had this written down, and now it is not where it's supposed to be. Come back! Because I had to do this by ear. It is Songs for Young Lubbers, released January of 1954 by Capitol Records.
And is that the only thing on the Victrola?
Right now. The album cover is sitting to the side, on the side of it.
I'll take it. Look through it. Like, is there anything left inside, or...
There doesn't seem to be anything left inside, but you notice that one of the on the liner notes, words, it's an LP, liner notes, you see there are 2 strong black marks that are aged and weathered. Looks like not someone recently underlined this title of a song, but did it years and years ago. Number 2 on side 1 the girl next door.
I'm gonna go check if Sabrina is still there.
Sabrina is not still downstairs, but there is a kind of card in her room that says thanks and a phone number if you want to call her.
All right, I'll keep it in my bucket and I'll go to sleep.
And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Lots of things happen. Seems like everyone's slowly offing or getting people offed that were in their backstory.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
maybe unfortunately for you, lover boy, but I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, well now
I
I'm
would
gonna be
say mine was cut off in the correct way.
I'm gonna be haunted by my dead girlfriend now.
Yeah, well, at least you
Sorry.
can still see her, but she doesn't have any power over you.
But probably not.
Or not.
Remember
maybe.
It's
the very
fine.
important thing. She was a vampire when she met True Death.
Yeah, she's not gonna leave anything behind.
Hmm.
Don't worry, Herschel. There's other fish in the sea or sewer.
No, there's not. She was the only one.
Was she your true love?
In a backwards, weird, manipulative kind of way.
Okay, but she wasn't the merit true love.
Oh.
No. She was the
This
flaw,
is a
old
flaw.
flame.
Okay.
She was the flaw, old flame. Officially.
Whoa.
Hey, look at that. One less flaw. Let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet. We will start with the reverse order from how we introduced ourselves. So we will begin with our storyteller.
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre Donlin on Twitter or Prexagorth as Euphoria as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. There's so many fun things that are going to happen. I have actual surprises planned for next week time. Surprises, so many surprises. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Things are getting interesting and dicey in New York. And as for me, you can find me Monday over on Role Players for some Age of Arcana. And then check my Twitter as things get interesting over the holidays. And I think, the 27th. 27th, I'll be back here. I'll let Simon explain, but I'll be back here. That way. Sorry.
Yes.
But yeah, check my Twitter. I always post where I'm going to be.
Alyssa, you're next. Where can we find you?
I am next.
Yes.
I am. You can find me hanging out in Twitch or on Twitter at Xander Slamilton. I am here on Saturdays. I am gonna try to enjoy the holidays and do some winding down, but now I have to figure out what to do with this new crazy element to my character.
And next up is Quentin.
I see dead people. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that we, like kind of Auden's episode, Auden and Sid. It was a cool dynamic. I loved it. And I'm really curious to see what happens next time. But again, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me play, Deirdre. Thank you so much. And yeah, so in the chat on Twitter, I'm Thragon, and I'm only here on Twitch and stuff on Saturdays. So tune in next time. And I'll pass it to Scott.
Other way.
That way.
Yeah.
One of these ways. Yes, so I'm Scott. I'm at berserker_rage on Twitter and here in Twitch, and you guys can find me here on Saturdays. There's other stuff in the works, but I'm probably not allowed to say anything, so I will refrain from mentioning anything else. So forget that you heard anything that I said. But definitely looking forward to all the wonderful things that are going on, and very happy to be here every week. So thank you guys.
And yes, thank you all of you in chat. Thank you to those of you who followed, to those of you who hosted, to those of you who donated or who subbed to the channel. This is always greatly appreciated. Thank you to all of you watching over on YouTube. Hi, YouTube people. It's always nice to know that we have fans over on the other platform. I am Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to the channel. This is... well, no, because we're going to be playing next week anyway. So, I was going to say this is our last episode before the holidays, but no, that's not true. We're playing next week. Deirdre, correct me if I'm wrong, but next week we are playing at 4 Eastern. So same as this week, 4 to 7 Eastern. We regularly play 1 to 4, but for the holidays we're moving it forward in time. Otherwise, you can catch me over on Roleplayers, twitch.tv/roleplayers on Monday, GMing Age of Arcana, my homebrew campaign setting. On Tuesday, we will not be playing Dark Matter, for it is Christmas Eve, and I will be busy. There will be a stream next Thursday of an indie game, so we'll see about that. And I'll announce it on the Twitter when we get to that. Otherwise, next Friday is our second Cyberpunk episode. Come watch us play Cyberpunk Red. We have just finished the apartment storyline, well, the one-shot really, and we are now delving into the actual story of the game. There will be prizes, there will be giveaways. Come one, come all. It's going to be a blast. And then Saturday at 4, like we said, Vampire here on the channel. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter, at wandering_DM. On that note, we will get going, and we will see you next week. Ciao, everyone.